Now I am taking business taxation. Under that, income from salary starter. Under that, the concept is deduction under section 80C. So the transaction is like this. LIC premium of rupees 10,000 on own life policy of rupees 40,000. So first we have to write here computation of deduction under section 80C. Computation of deduction under section 80C. Under that, LIC premium is given. At the same time, policy amount is given. If the premium and policy is given, then 10% of the policy or premium, whichever less is, should be taken. See here, the premium is given here, 10,000 rupees premium is given, and the policy amount is 40,000. So 10% of the policy means 40,000 into 10% means it is 4,000. Whichever less is, it should be taken for deduction. So here we have to take 4,000. So first one is LIC premium of own life. So if the policy amount is given, then 10% of the policy, that is 4,000, should be taken. Next one is 5 years postal time deposit. So the time deposit, if it is more than 5 years, 5 years or 5 years more, then it should be, it come under deduction under section 80C. So it is 5-year bonds. So we have to write here, it come under for the deduction under section 80C. So 5 years postal time deposit. Once again, if the deposit or time deposit or anything, if it is more than for 5 or 5 years more, then it should come under deduction under 80C. So 5 years is 10,000. Next one is rupees 15,000 subscribed to home loan account of NH Bank, interest accrued thereon rupees 8,400. So deposit in, subscribed to home loan means deposit in home loan account and the interest is given. So here we have to deduct from the deposit amount minus interest amount. So we have to write like this, deposit in home loan account of, it is given NH Bank, of NH Bank. If the interest amount is given, then we have to deduct the interest amount. Interest amount is given, we have to add the interest amount. So principals plus interest, that means 15,000 plus we pay the interest of rupees 8,400. So we have to add the interest amount. So we get 23,400. Once again, if you are invested in house loan account, then the principal's amount plus its interest should be added. So it come under deduction under section 80C. Next one is rupees 8,000 paid to the mutual fund. So mutual fund is also qualified for the deduction under section 80C. So we have to write here mutual contribution to mutual fund. Contribution to mutual fund. Mutual fund of UTI. Mutual fund of UTI. Amount is 8,000. 8,000. So next transaction is rupees 4,000 to unit linked insurance policy of UTI. It is also qualified for deduction. So we have to write here contribution to ULIP. That means United Linked Insurance Policy. So the amount is 4,000. So we have to write 4,000. Next one is rupees 6,450 as contribution to recognized provident fund. then interest accrued thereof is given. So interest, you should not take into consideration interest, only we have to take the contribution to RPF. So we have to write here contribution to recognized provident fund RPF. The amount is RPF recognized fund is 12,000. 12,000. Next one is contribution to, so it is over, contribution to public provident fund, yes. Next one is contribution to public provident fund, rupees 12,000, interest accrued thereon, it's over. Next one is repayment of rupees 12,000 which was taken for extension of the house. So the construction of house, if you pay the repayment of any loan for the construction of the house, then it is qualified under section 80C. But here it is paid for the extension of the house, then there is no allowance or it is not qualified under section 80C. ಮನೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಸತಾಗಿ ಕಟ್ಟುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ 80Cಗೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂತಾದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ 80Cಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So this amount is not qualified for deduction under section 80C, that is repayment for extension of the house. So leave it. The next transaction is rupees 1,000 deposited in POSB, that is Post Office Saving Bank account. It is also not qualified for deduction under section 80C. So transaction is over. Then the total is 67,850. So qualified deduction is 67,850. Once again, it should not be more than 1,50,000. That means the deduction under 80C is restricted to 1,50,000. It is restricted to 1,50,000. But in this problem, it is only 67,850. So this 67,850 is qualified for the deduction under section 80C. The next is we have to write the note which is not taken by us. So the next step is we have to write the note which are not qualified for the deduction under section 80C. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೆದು ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಹೋಯಿತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ನೋಟ್ ಬರೆದು ಯಾವುದು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ 80Cಗೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಅದರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಒನ್ ನೋಟ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 80C. See in this problem, one is interest accrued on RPF. So we have to write it, interest accrued on RPF, that is recognized provident fund. Then another one is same interest on PPF. Next one is repayment of housing loan for reconstruction, repayment of housing loan for reconstruction, next transaction is here, and POSB deposit, post office deposit. It is also not qualified under deduction 80C, and we have to write POSB deposit over, we have to write are not qualified under section 80C. Then this problem is completed. If you write this note, and you should write which transaction are not taken under 80C should be written here under note, and we have to write, add the word that, sentence that are not qualified under section 80C. So with this we can end the problem. Thank you. Not so good.